Hello, this is Rick with the Beloit Neighborhood Preservation Association, and I was attending a conference last spring for old and historic house homeowners. And the subject of old windows came up, as it often does, and they were talking about a product that I'd not heard of before that I was very anxious to try out. And it's essentially a removable tube caulk. So in the past, every fall when I'm getting ready to put up my storms, I would always rope caulk the seams and just cut out the drafts, that sort of thing. And this has always worked very fine for me. It's certainly inexpensive. The only real downside is that it does take some time to press the rope caulk in, but after a couple hours it tends to wear on your fingers. And in the springtime, when it comes time to take it off, if the paint's not real sound, it can remove some of the paint, and it can leave a residue sometimes, not always. But a fine product, a great option. But I was very anxious to try a removable caulk, a very intriguing concept for me. So I found two different kinds at the store. I found White Lightning. They have a product they call Season Seal, and DAP has one that they call Seal and Peel. So over the last couple days, I've tried both of them, and thought I'd do a quick video just to kind of do a little product demonstration. And I'm glad to say that it works very well. The only real downside is that it smells really bad. So I don't really have a way to quantify the smell, but it did seem to me that the DAP was, well, considerably more, had a stronger smell than the Season Seal. And it was about 40% more expensive. So I will be, just my own personal choice is I will be using more of the Season Seal. So I would recommend that you spend a couple dollars and get yourself a decent caulk gun. It doesn't take too long before these old-fashioned ones get really, really hard on the hands. So, as with any other caulk, it goes pretty quick. Now it has roughly the consistency of rubber cement, and if your caulking skills are not exactly pristine, it does dry clear, so it's not really an issue. Additionally, just the consistency doesn't really lend itself to smoothing it out with your finger, as you might have done with conventional caulks if you slop a little bit. So for the most part, this is kind of a once and done sort of application, and then you go from there. So that is certainly much quicker than the rope caulk. I actually timed myself the other day, and it took me about 3 minutes to rope caulk one window, and it takes about 30 seconds, 40 seconds for me to caulk the other. So that's the biggest advantage for me, is time savings. Also, of course, the whole premise is that it comes off cleanly in the spring. So indeed, it takes about 3 days for it to cure, or at least that's what the manufacturer says. And so that's it. So I'm not going to undo all my windows, but I just figured I'd demonstrate that for you. But like I said, it smells bad. So in fact, I'm surprised that this is licensed for interior use. Of course, you can do it on the outside, but if you're going to be caulking the inside of your windows, wait for a warm day where you can have the doors open and a fan going, and maybe even just keep the windows open and then close them as you're caulking the windows, because you're going to need a respirator or something, because it does smell really bad. So thanks for watching. Removable caulk, thumbs up. I'm a big fan. Just be mindful of the fumes. Thank you very much. If you liked the video, if it was helpful for you, appreciate a comment, like it, and thank you very much. Bye-bye.